I just got back from a 2-week trip into the Amazon rainforest. I went to Peru, and then I flew into Lima, and then I took a plane into a place called Puerto Maldonado, and then we took a boat, and eventually we wound up at our first open-air lodge. The trip, I'm still recovering and I'm still processing, and I have a feeling that this is kind of going to be like a time release realization. The more I settle back into my old routine, the more I realize just what an impact this trip had on me on so many levels. Now, first I should say, when I usually take trips, I do a lot of research. I know exactly what I'm getting into. I did not do that this time, and that was a conscious decision because this was a trip that was going to be like no other trip I've taken. The rainforest is not comfortable. The rainforest is definitely out of my comfort zone, and I knew if I read too much and tried to prepare myself, I would do the exact opposite, and my fear would talk me out of going. So I really didn't do much research at all. My packing generally when I go away are things like comfortable walking shoes, a couple of cute dresses, some sun hats. This packing was nothing like that. It was a lot of bug spray, a lot of moisture-wicking clothing, a lot of sunscreen, hiking boots, and even with all of that preparation, I was still not prepared for the magnitude of the elements. So I will say the difficult parts came with just the extreme heat and the extreme humidity, the ginormous bugs, the waking up at 4:30 a.m., and hiking through the rainforest, which is not the friendliest place to just walk through if you're not prepared. There was a lot of work. There was a lot of facing my fears in terms of spiders and climbing and piranhas and things like that, snakes. But there was also a personal growth process that came from conquering these fears. Each and every time I checked one fear off my list, I gained a sense of empowerment. Another part of the trip that was scary for me, and maybe not for a lot of people, is I don't do great around people. I tend to have insecurity and anxiety, so being in a group of people that I had not met before was pretty challenging for me. Maybe even more challenging than the giant spiders. So I think the first couple of days I sort of was nervous and sort of held back. By mid-trip I started opening up and blossoming and connecting and forming really lovely relationships and connections where we all supported each other and learned from each other. And that was beautiful. I'm going to be sharing a lot of videos from this experience because there was so much to learn, both on a self-growth level, but also about the environment and on a practical level as well. And my videos will probably be coming out of order, but that's okay. Just follow along the best that you can. I do want to say, just to end this video, I found the symbol of the rainforest so reassuring to me and so beautiful. What we learned in the rainforest is that everything is connected. Everything has a job, everything has a purpose, nothing goes to waste. Everything was designed by some magical force beautifully, perfectly. There are no accidents in the rainforest. And what I took away from that is, well, first, the earth, before we started messing around and improving it, was designed that way as well. And then I took it one step further and started thinking about humanity and the human connection. And maybe we all have a purpose and a job that we're not aware of, and maybe we will fulfill that purpose and never be aware of it. But maybe ultimately it contributes to a bigger picture and a greater whole. So these are just some things that I walked away with. I urge you, if you have even an inkling and are prepared for some hard work, do it. Go to the rainforest, bring a lot of bug spray, and I look forward to sharing my other stories with you and my pictures and videos as the weeks progress. The book, Mindfulness for People Who Suck at Being Mindful, is available on Amazon. Subscribe to the blog, MaximizeLife.com. On Instagram, a.maximize.life. On Twitter, at DJ Melissa Maxx. On YouTube, A Maximized Life. On TikTok, A Maximized Life. And on Facebook, at Mindfulness Coach Melissa Maxx, all with 2 X's.